keys to make my first impression.
YouTube, what's up? Welcome back to another Pounds 978 Customs video, and today I want to show you Kraven the Hunter as a poison. For those who are not familiar, a poison is a plant-like creature that bonds with the symbiote and corrupts the symbiote the way the symbiote would corrupt a human. It's kind of tricky to kind of understand, but if you're a symbiote, you better watch out and not get touched by a poison, because then you'll be transformed into one of those guys. And they're pretty much like zombies, so you're a zombie symbiote, more or less. I've seen a few characters and designs: Captain America, Doctor Doom, Deadpool. There were a lot of different poisons, but I've never seen Kraven. Someone just recently sent me this image on Instagram, 2 people actually, and the second time getting it, I was like, yeah, I definitely got to do it ASAP. Plus, the 2-pack was released, and I needed that vest, so it was perfect. All I had to do was modify it a little bit, and I'll explain a little bit what I did right here. But stay tuned. Kraven is definitely a cool design as a poison. One of the coolest, honestly. He kind of keeps his traditional colors and costume look, where Spider-Man is completely changed. So creating it on an action figure would prove to be a challenge. Not so much though. Here's the artwork that was sent to me a while back. And shout out to you. I forgot who you were. If you know who you are, put yourself in the comment section and let me know. This is one I found on my own, and it's pretty similar to the other image, but it's pretty based off the same style. Kraven's lion vest, the hair is symbiote tendrils, and his face is covered, and he looks kind of like Tombstone. Spider-Man Unlimited has been finally shut down. Sucks, because a lot of inspiration came from that app. But nonetheless, this was the inspiration I had to go with. Probably the best picture out of the 3. And so I used the Walgreens exclusive Punisher head, added a little sculpt to the hairline, and shaved off his nose and mouth, and then added some sculpt around that. Then I took a poison body, took out the spider from the chest and the tendrils from the arms, and just resculpted over that. I borrowed Kraven's vest from the 2-pack, and then 3 pairs of hands from Eel to make those electricity bolts look like symbiote tendrils. Added some sculpt just to blend in the glued parts, and then painted it gloss black. For the head, I started with it being all black, and then lit it up with a little bit of gray, and then lit it up again with another shade of gray using the airbrush. Then painted the hair black again once all that was painted. Then went in and painted some of the details in the face: eyes, eyebrows, eyeliner, stuff I hate most. Even the scars were painted. I didn't sculpt it, so I did a light gray line and then a black line over that, just to give it some depth, or make it look like it has depth. Painted the body black, then airbrushed gray on top of gray. After all that was painted, then I took some black and painted inside the crevices. Painted the legs, looked pretty cool, pretty solid. Didn't add any shading to the legs, but in comparison to the reference pics, I noticed that he had tendrils ripping out of the calves and the arms. And so I went back and took another pair of eel hands, painted that black, and then glued it on his arms and legs. But yes, you do get a spear. This spear is from Black Panther. I didn't paint it. Didn't waste the time. I should have given him more accurate weapons, seeing he did have 2 weapons in the picture, but it's not necessary. For me, I think the accuracy on the action figure is the most important part, and as far as I'm concerned, it does look just like the comic image, so I'm pretty satisfied with it. It took me a little bit trying to figure out where to place those lightning bolts onto his vest, just making sure I get an even look from left to right. So same with the tendrils on the calves and legs. I tried to make it look like all one piece, but it is 2 pieces, so when you spin that calf joint, you have 2 separate tendrils. All the paint has been matted down, minus the tendrils. Left everything gloss with that, but the entire figure is matted down. I wanted to kind of gloss the hair out and even touch some of it with like gray and white, but I didn't. It's just all flat black. I feel like the shading in the face is pretty cool enough. The vest is Kraven's vest. Same thing, soft rubber or plastic. Didn't have to modify that much. I just have sculpt on certain parts, so it is stiffer than normal. So be careful when you're taking the vest on and off. You can. Ab does crunch up and down with it on, so it doesn't hinder any articulation. And oh yeah, before I forget, you do get an extra hand. This hand is from Black Panther, the Walmart exclusive on the Bucky Cap body. It has that vertical hinge, and it was already a similar color. I didn't shade it or anything, so it doesn't quite match, but you got it if you want it. I don't think I'm gonna make all the poisons. Probably make another 1 or 2, but I'm not gonna make them all like I did with the Venomverse. I kind of went all out, and this is what I mean about the tendrils being 2 different pieces. When you turn that cav around, you'll notice they're 2 different pieces, but bringing it into place, it does appear as one. So that's a pretty cool illusion. Articulation does work. Nothing to worry about. Head does go up and down. You do get the ab crunch. The arms do go all the way up. You can kind of make it look like the tendrils from the back are touching the arms and they're connected. But whatever, not a big deal. You can spin the bicep joints. You get double jointed elbows. You get a wrist swivel and hinge. Arms go down, of course. Waist swivels. Thighs go about that much.
With this being his widest stance possible, still with both feet flat on the floor.
Oh, Mr. Webb, you will be missed. Rest in peace, brother, man. I know the community still feels it. But yeah, everything else still functions. You see, you get double jointed knees, calf twists. But this is what I meant with having 2 different tendril pieces from the calf to the lower ankle. So when you twist it, it breaks. But when you put it back in place, it looks like one sculpt. Poison, Kraven, and Poison Spider-Man side by side. The only official Poison we got released from the Marvel Legend line is the Spider-Man on the right side. When he was released, I thought it was a little early for the Poisons because we still haven't gotten a lot of spiders from the Spider-Verse. So to introduce the Venomverse, I thought at the time was a little early. But to be honest, I'm actually glad we got Poison. He was one of the better figures from the wave, and I would like to see some more Poisons be released. They share the same exact base body, just with some minor tweaks. Heads are different, of course, accessories are different, but pretty much the same body. I wanted to go with Poison because it is a Poison, so to stay with that body. I want to do Captain America next. If I were to do Captain as a Poison, I would use the 2-pack cap, the green and yellow one that came with Arnim Zola. Go get yourself a Spider-Man 2-pack if you want to make yourself one of these, or get yourself the Rhino Wave Kraven and use that vest. For me, I used a 2-pack. It was the easiest thing, the fastest thing I could find. It's actually the reason why I picked up the 2-pack. I didn't use the Kraven body because I'm not fond of that Reaper body. The arms don't really work too well, so I didn't use it. I just used the Poison. Didn't use his spear either. You can see they're different. One's Black Panther's, the other one is Kraven's. But YouTube, that is it. Thank you for taking a look at this Kraven. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section down below. Feel free to give a guy a thumbs up if you like this video. And if you want to see more Spider-Man videos and customs, feel free to subscribe. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Appreciate it.
You choose to subscribe, you the man. Yes, you. Everyone below in the comments, yes, you too. Thank you very much for showing me love. Who knew? It's ironic how we think out the box for you too, right?
Sing, 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 sing.